When you start your degree, you're going to make lots of friends, lots of best friends, lots of people to hang out with. But slowly you're going to find yourself one day sitting alone in your bedroom and just thinking what to do. And when you sit empty, you'll go mad. So this is a topic less spoken of, and in fact this is the first time I'm ever talking about this in Talks with Jinesh. This is a topic that I've also been wanting to make a video on since a long time, and today it is. Today we're going to be talking about mental health. In Canada, you if you're in India right now, you may have heard that in Canada lifestyle is quick, things are fast, and life is really good over here. Just as good it is, you also may have heard that depression is on the rise. Mental health is of a big concern right now, and that is true. That's 100% true. The main reason for this is the new international students that are coming here are really young, and they're just finishing grade 12. They're coming straight out of grade 12, whereas previously what would happen is students would finish their grade 12, they would go to do a bachelor's degree, or some sort of a diploma course, certificate course. They would get some experience and then they would come here. So they would be grinded, they would be trained a little bit, and then they would come here. But now students are coming straight after high school, and there are things that really break your heart. There are a lot of things that build up mental pressure, which leads to stress, and this can ruin your health, it can ruin your career, it can ruin whatever you're doing, it can ruin your mind, and it's just a whole mess after that. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about a few things that can prevent you from getting mental pressure, getting stress, and it will make your journey into Canada a lot more smoother. If you are planning to come to Canada, whichever university, whichever college, in this video we're not going to talk about fees, admissions, registration, nothing like that. We're just going to be talking about how to make your entry smooth and not go through most of the challenges that most international students, including myself, have faced. So that was one. The other thing is, when I was in India, I had a lot of expectations. I thought I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then I also spoke to my friends, and it was a similar situation for them as well. They had a lot of expectations. But when I came here, the reality is another story, right? So we'll talk about that as well. Without any further ado, you're watching Talks with Jinesh. Let's get started. This is a different video, so stay tuned and watch the entire video. I really hope this helps you out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also give this video a huge thumbs up. Now, in general, when you were planning to come to Canada, don't keep sky high expectations. Social media is a powerful tool. Now, it can be used, it can be a very good thing, but also it can have negative impacts. For example, if you've seen your friends coming to Canada and having the best times, but that's not their first few years, that's not their first initial years, it's their best cases, right? It is their best paths. Now, when you first come here, you're not going to straight go into that kind of a phase. You'll have to go through a lot of small steps, you'll have to go through a lot of hurdles, a lot of challenges. But that now, social media, that's the thing about social media. We see this new thing is coming about Reels. Reels is, I don't really like Reels because it decreases the attention span of the new generation, where the whole technology is decreasing the attention span and reducing our level of patience, whereas Reels now takes it to a next level. So you've already seen videos about TikTok, why TikTok is not good and YouTube is better and stuff, but that's a whole separate thing. We'll not get into that. But my point here is, social media is a powerful tool, and don't let content on social media give you expectations of reality. When you come over here, it's not going to be the same. Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And when you come over here, things don't happen as you plan, then your heart breaks. And then you don't like it, and things are not going well for you, and it's a whole mess. When I go there, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and all of that is fine. You're going to do all of that. But when the time is right, it's not going to happen in 1 minute. It's not going to happen when you first come here, right in the initial days. It's not going to happen. And what happens in our mind is, especially when we're not in the country, when I was in India, what would happen in our mind is that, I'm going to go there, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. We start planning stuff. But when we do come to the country, when we do come here and things don't go according to as planned, then it really breaks our heart, right? It really breaks your heart. You will lose interest in things, and I've seen this happen to my friends as well. I've also experienced this. Another thing, when you come here, be ready to leave your family behind. Because in India, your mom comes and wakes you up in the morning, breakfast is served, hot, nice, you eat full stomach, and then spend the time, play games or play music, hang out with friends. Lunchtime around the corner, you get food, your clothes are pressed, ironed, and everything is ready. Life is good. But here, it's not like that. When I came over here, half the things I did not know. So cooking I had to do myself. I learned the difference between vegetable and olive oil. So they're both different kinds of oil, and olive oil is basically the one that you want to use for cooking, not vegetable oil. So that's the thing, right? These are little things that you learn only upon coming here. I started, you have to wash your own clothes. Back home, just put it in the laundry and that's it. Forget about it. It's washed, dried, ironed, everything. But over here, you have to do all of those things yourself, right? So these are things you want to keep in mind. It'll make you a better person and more responsible as well. So you want to be prepared about these things. Now, what happens when your expectations are not met? It builds up mental stress. Your friend came here and he was able to do this, but you can't do this. You know you deserve to do it, but you can't do it. There are a lot of things that are beyond your control. You've tried everything you can, but still there are some things that are just beyond your control. You cannot control everything. You deserve to buy a car. Sure you do. But when you come here in your first year, you don't want to go straight away and invest in a car. Or you're never investing in a car, but you never really just want to go and spend money on a car. And, it's your first car, you want a Mustang, sure. Wait your time. When your time will come, you'll get the best car you want. But when you come here in your first year, if you go straight for a Mustang, it'll look the salesman in the car center. They're going to make the payment plans look really easy, really simple, and you only pay this much a month and bi-weekly and taxes in and all kinds of crazy words they will use. But at the end, it's you who are going to be paying that, and you will be tied up in long-term contracts which you cannot get out of easily as well. Another thing what happens is most international students when they come here is they go into the credit card schemes and they get credit cards, which is great. Even I recommend everybody to get credit cards as soon as possible. The good thing is that you build up your credit score and stuff if you do it rightly. Most people come here, they get credit cards from different banks and they have money that is actually not there, that just looks like it's there. What is credit, right? It looks like it's there, but it's not actually there. It's not yours. You have to repay it at a time. They go and get a smartwatch or say an Apple Watch. The Apple companies will only say it's only $20 a month, and then you think, oh, it's only $20 a month, that's not bad, I can manage that. And then when you look to see how much you've spent, you're looking at $300 a month on just stuff you do not need. So those are with credit cards, right? This is also going to increase your mental stress, increase your mental pressure, and it's going to give you a financial burden that you do not want to bear, especially at a young age. You don't want to get into financial burdens. Don't mess with credit cards. If you know how to use it wisely. Use it like it is your money. It is obviously your money because you're going to have to pay it back eventually, right? So it is 100% your money, so use it like that. Just because someone gives you a huge chunk of money as credit, don't mean you have to use it all at once. Use it slowly, use it wisely. Don't just go and jump into anything. For expectations, what you should expect is expect the worst. If you prepare for the worst, then that's it. It's only moving up from there. When you come here, you may not find job for months. Now you may have made your plan accordingly that when you come here in the first 1 or 2 months you will find a job, and then that's it. You'll have your daily expenses managed with your job. But that may not be the case. You may find a job. It may take you 6 months to find a job. What are you going to do then? Are you going to be able to fund yourself? Are you going to be able to pay your rent, your food, and all your miscellaneous expenses by yourself if you cannot find a job for 6 months? For that 6 months, are you going to be able to survive here alone? So be prepared for the worst case. The best case, there's lots of best cases, right? You can always open up YouTube or go to Instagram. You can watch my previous videos where I talk about how I went to Toronto, did so many jobs, and then when I came back to Newfoundland, I launched an office for We Planned Earth, the fundraising company that I was working in. So the best case scenarios will always be there. If it happens for you, great, that's best kind. But it is not necessary that it will happen. When you come here, you have to establish yourself. So don't let social media affect you. That can really take a toll on your mental health, and sometimes you wouldn't even know the reason why you're upset or why you're not feeling good, and it will just affect you. So that's a situation you do not want to be in. So keep your expectations accordingly. Another point, US is known to be the land of opportunities. Same thing for Canada also. There are lots of opportunities for international students. Now you are in your home country and you may think that this place is golden, which is great, right? Which is true. You're going to come out here, going to have fun, you're going to chill out, and you're going to focus on your career. Absolutely, 100% recommend you focus on your career and you choose Canada to be the center of your career. You want to build your career in Canada. That's what I recommend also. However, when you come here, you want to expect to be lonely sometimes. You should expect that. It's back home. When you come here, you're going to miss your family. You're going to miss your home. In the house, if you're having a rough day, your mom is going to come and make food and serve food to you. Even if you're having a bad day outside, you come back home and you sit down in your room, your mom is going to bring the food to you. But when you come over here, Your mom is not going to be there to do that. No matter how good or bad day outside you have had, when you come home, if you want to eat, you're going to have to cook yourself. Nobody's going to ask you that you've eaten or not, except for your parents over the phone. Your parents are going to call you and your mom's going to ask you, son, have you eaten? What have you eaten? Not your friends, not your best friends, not your best friends forever. No. When you start your degree, you're going to make lots of friends, lots of best friends, lots of, people to hang out with. But slowly, you're going to find yourself one day sitting alone in your bedroom and just thinking what to do. And when you sit empty, you'll go mad. If you find yourself in such a situation, a good thing to do is make a friend to whom you can share everything with. You can share literally everything with. Have that friend in your life, create that somebody with whom you can share literally everything with. Now, that could be your parent, your mother, father, sister, brother, anybody. It don't have to be only a friend. It could be anybody in your family. It could be your cousin, sister, brother, mother, anyone. But have that somebody with whom you can share literally everything with. How this is going to help you? First of all, the stress that you were building inside, you're keeping it inside, that is going to come out. That is going to come out of you, and you're not going to have that in your head anymore. So literally 50% of the stress will just disappear like that, just by talking about it with somebody. And this person who you're talking about it should be very close to you, and you can 100% trust this person. And that is one thing. You want to find that one person in your life who you can speak out your heart to. Now, most students here, I've spoken to so many of my friends, most students here, they're not very frank with their parents, because they think that already the parents they have the burden of the loan over them. And then if they again talk about their day-to-day stuff, what's going on in their life here, about finding a job, and the parents are going to worry, which is very natural, right? That they've sent the son is having trouble cooking food, and so the parents are going to worry. The son is not being able to find a job, so naturally parents' BP is going to rise, and they're also going to worry. Their stress will increase. So the students don't want to give that stress to the parents, so they don't share it with them. That is a nice sentiment, and in that case, the only thing is to find somebody, a brother, cousin, friend, with whom you can share literally everything with. But you need to have that one person. Otherwise, if you keep things inside you, you're going to see the reflection in your health. In a couple of years, you're going to see the difference in your health, and that is not going to be nice, right? You're coming all the way to Canada for what? Working so hard for what? To have a good life. But what's the point of a good life when your health is not with you? So I cannot stress this enough. You need to have that one person to whom you can share everything with. Now out here, another thing is that nobody's going to listen to you. Nobody has the time to listen to you. Back in India, we'll just, take out a bike, take out a scooty, and then go out and, call a friend, and that's it. You meet up and, have a good chat and go on a ride and stuff, right? But out here, everyone's busy. Things are by the hour, right? You're paid by the hour. So every hour, every second has value here. Everyone's work schedule is different, and so everyone is busy here. You may have heard that life in Canada is fast. When you come here, you're going to experience that. Next point is rejections. In your home, if you're living with your parents, you're like a baby in the cocoon. You have not faced real life rejections. Having talks with the teacher in class, that's not rejection. Having not being allowed to go to washroom, that's not a rejection. Those are not real life rejections. When you come over here, you're going to face real life rejections, and when you first time face it, you don't know how to handle it. So that's when your mental stress builds up, but you don't want to allow that to happen. So this is also a good time when you come here as a young student from 17-18 years old. That's best time to come here, so that you get trained, buying groceries, paying your rent, doing different jobs, and sometimes even walking in chilly winters to your home, missing a bus. And those are things that are going to train you. So by the time you're 26-27 years old, you're going to be ready for life. जैसे हिंदी में कहते हैं कि ये घिसा हुआ है, वैसे आप हो जाएंगे. Coming on to the final part of the video, which is also the most crucial part: negative influence and bad company. You must have seen this quote somewhere, especially in your 11 and 12. If you followed a motivational page on Instagram, you must have seen it there. You are the average of your 5 best friends. So it's simple. If you have 4 people in a room that are puffing drugs every day, you are going to want to try it out. It's not your fault. But it's just the human mind, the way that is developed. It's developed that way, curiosity. You're going to want to try it out, even though you say yourself that no, it's not going to be forever, it's not going to be permanent. But once you try it out, you never know what's going to happen, right? So bad company, negative influence, just stay away from that side. That's a path that you do not want to go down. So be careful of that. And that is very common as well. You'll be surprised to know that is very common. So choosing the right company is crucial, especially this time, your college life. This is either going to make you or break you. Next point, meals. When you come here, you're going to have different schedules, different classes, work going on, and this and that, and so many things. And in that, you will forget to have your meals. That is why you're going to have to make it a habit to remember to take your meals, at least 2 meals, 2 nutritious meals a day. Because if you were working empty stomach, if you were attending classes empty stomach, then you're not going to be able to find the energy, you're not going to be able to focus in your task. You won't be able to find the energy to put your attention into your task and actually, perform well. So that is why, big companies like, Verifin, they give us lunch. Because they know, like big companies, they give you lunch, dinner, breakfast, everything, right? Because they know that if you have your employees well fed, they will be able to perform well. Which is why, they feed the employees very well. So similarly, if you want to perform well, if you want to excel in whatever you are doing, you need to be comfortable, and that can happen if your stomach is not making sounds. So have 2 nutritious meals a day, and also carry bars, like Snicker bars and stuff, like only at like $1 or so you can get from any store here. It's really convenient also when you're just in the bus, you can munch on those bars. It will fill your stomach also temporarily, which is great. Okay, that's it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, stay away from bad company. Use social media cautiously. Use content that inspires you and motivates you to do better. Make a friend with whom you can share everything with. Anytime you notice you're building up stress, quit that activity. Go for a walk. Talk to your parents. Talk to somebody, and take that out of you. You don't need that in you. Consume good content. Consume content that inspires you. I hope this episode inspired you. Watch my videos. Subscribe to my channel. Give it a huge thumbs up. Also, let me know in the comments, what are you most excited to come here and do? What is something that excites you? That's something that you are looking forward to coming here and doing? Let me know in the comments that. You can message me on Instagram, Jinesh1971. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you in the next episode.